Hi, George. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, George, can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
All right, that's good. And George, how are you doing?
Mm, I just finished my dinner and I searched the internet for the information about the job. I want to apply for other job,
So this is a
other
new
company.
one. So this is a new company, George, right?
Yes, but I haven't decided which company I want to apply for.
All right, that's
I
why.
just search the information and check if they are offer a vacancy for the fisherman.
And so far, did you find any job?
Yes, but I still need time to consider. Mm, should I apply for the job now or later?
Oh, all right. So you're saying, George, that you are not yet sure if you will apply for the job, but you just want to find some.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, you said that you just finished eating dinner. What did you have for dinner?
Mm, I buy I bought vegetable food and but I didn't eat too much.
So what did you eat? Just vegetables?
Yes. 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 And this food are made like meat, but not they are not really meat.
Uh-huh. Oh, all right. So to you're are you saying, George, that you ate a very light dinner?
Yes, because I still have a little
Stomach
uncomfortable
flu?
feeling, so I don't want to eat too oil and don't want to eat too much.
Oh, all right. That's why. How's your stomach right now, George? Is it still painful?
Can you say that again?
How's your stomach right now? Is it still painful?
Uh, I don't understand what you mean. What's the painful?
Your stomach.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I feel better, but I I afraid.
Uh-huh.
If I eat too much, I will feel uncomfortable again. So
Uh-huh.
I I just eat live food recently.
Oh, all right. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a good thing, George. It's a good sign that your stomach is starting to heal slowly again. All right. Now, about work, George. How was work earlier?
My office computer has some problems. Uh,
Uh-huh.
mm, it, um, it is the fan in the computer sounds noisy.
Uh-huh.
So I asked for help for changing the fan.
And then?
And but it wasted me too much time, so I I didn't finish my job and maybe I pull off the time schedule. I will make a report tomorrow.
Oh, all right. So that means, George, you had like a technical problem at work earlier? Is that what you were saying?
Yes, so I can use the computer and I can I couldn't make a report.
Mm-hmm. All right. And this report is about your work.
Yes, the report is about the replication from department who answer for the email
Oh, all right.
from people.
Mm-hmm. All right. Wow. So anyway, George, hopefully you'll be able to finish your report. Was your computer fixed on time before your shift ended?
Yes, the computer was fixed and
Mm-hmm.
because there are many files in the computer and the computer was has been used for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope the computer work well
Mm-hmm.
until I finish my substitute service.
Oh, all right. So that means, George, you were able to finish your report before you went home from work.
What?
Did you finish your report before going home, or not yet?
Not yet.
Ah,
But I nearly finished it and I will finish it tomorrow.
all right, okay. Well, anyway, George, I hope everything will go well, and hopefully there will be no more problem with your computer. Is the computer that you're using in the office a brand new or not?
Uh, what's brand new?
Brand
First
new.
of all,
Brand new means new.
oh no, the computer is old-fashioned. The computer has been used for 10 years.
Ah, all right. So
But
maybe.
um, but we don't like change the new computer because there are a lot of files in the computer and we don't want to transfer the file to another computer.
Yeah.
It also wastes time and it's not easy.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I think you just have to really, just really use that then, right? No, but usually, George, you don't have any problems with your computer, right?
Right.
Ah, all right. Well, I think that's the most important thing there, that you don't have any problems with it. Okay. So anyway, George, is there anything else? Is there anything special or interesting you want to share?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Our library will order foreign newspaper,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe the airline has some problem, so the newspaper
Mm-hmm.
didn't arrive on time.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't. In other words, we didn't receive the foreign newspaper. So some readers was unhappy and complained for the of librarian.
Mm-hmm. All
Yeah. So
right.
so so I think they are very. I think it's not. It was it is not an easy job for
Mm-hmm.
um, facing the customer
Mm-hmm.
or the reader.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm just wondering, George, regarding the technologies, for example, like the computer that you're using, don't you usually, because a lot of people have been upgrading, a lot of people or company have usually upgrade their system and their, not just the system but also their, like the computers, they usually upgrade that one. Isn't there any rule, isn't there anything like that in the library that you're working for?
Can you say again?
Because
I don't understand what you mean.
All right. Because in some companies, right, if something is wrong, for example, if a certain computer has been used for a long time, they usually replace it with a modern and with a newer version. In your company, do you also do that? I mean, in the library,
Uh, and you mean is
getting a new computer.
yes. I know you mean, but it is also okay for changing a new computer, but it's not easy to transport the file or set up the new software or another and and also some people want to change to a new computer before because and it is sometimes it's waste time.
It is a waste of time.
Another yeah,
Mm-hmm.
another reason is because we are the library is a government office,
Mm-hmm.
so the if we can spend money, we will save the money for buying others or pay the money to other constructions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if the computer it can be still can be used, we most of the librarian will not change it.
Mm-hmm. So that means you'll just stick to the ones that you already have in your in your company, or I mean in the library, right?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, anyway, George, thank you for sharing something about your day. All right, now that you're finished eating dinner and now that you're relaxed there at home, I think it's best now to start our lesson. Right, let's start and continue with our lesson from last time. Are you ready now, George?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. So let's move on to this material. And again, we are going to continue with Unit 3 companies. Yesterday, George, you've answered some activities using different words, right? Different vocabulary words. This time, let's continue with it. Okay. Oh, please wait. Okay, so this time, let's try to check the last activity that you've answered, and that is under the reading part, right? Yesterday we've also talked about present simple and present continuous. Now, George, can you tell me what are the uses of present continuous and present simple? Let's start first with present simple. What are the functions of present simple?
Function.
Mm-hmm. The functions or the uses of of present simple.
Mm, we use present simple when the situation is uh,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
okay.
Try to use your own words in answering.
Okay.
Okay.
We use present simple when the situation is talk about present situation.
Okay. When we are talking about a present situation, very good. What else?
Mm, what else?
Mm-hmm. There's still another one.
You mean present continuous?
No, still at present simple. We are at
Okay.
present simple. Remember, for example, I'll give you an example sentence, George. Let's say, for example, George studies English lessons every Monday, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So, given that studies is the present simple, right? What is the function of present simple in that sentence? George studies English lessons from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yes, it's about a routine routine job or have something to do routinely.
All right, very good. Something that we have to do routinely. Very good. What about when I say George studies English? What is that?
Can you say that again?
George studies English.
And uh,
Uh-huh.
I don't know what you want to answer about.
All right. I want you to tell me what is the function of the present simple in that sentence. George studies English.
Studies.
Yes, studies. That is the verb. Now what is the function of the present simple in that sentence?
Function.
Yeah. Let's change the sentence, George. For example, I say George works at the library. What is the verb there? What is the present simple verb?
Works.
Works. Very good. Now, when we use the word works in that sentence, George, what is the function or what is the use of the present simple in that sentence?
Mm,
It gives.
give uh, information.
All right. Information specifically, George, we have to be specific. It gives factual information, not just any information. It is a factual information, meaning it is something that is true. Right? So in your case, it is true that you are working for the library. That's why we use the present simple and we say George works at the library. Okay? This time, let's have some let's try to review about present continuous. Okay? George, I'm going to give you the function this time. I want you to give me an example sentence. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, for example, present continuous is used to describe temporary situations. Give me an example sentence that uses a present continuous which shows a temporary situation.
Mm, yes. Mm, I am working in at the library.
I'm working at the.
Library.
All right, very good. I'm working at the library. What about if I'm asking for ongoing situations?
Mm, situation.
Ongoing situation. Like what we are doing right now, George.
Mm, we are having the class every week.
Alright. We are having the class every week. Right?
Yes.
When you use the word every week, George, uh it already becomes a present simple. It becomes a habit. It becomes a routine. So instead of saying we are having the class every week, it's better if you say we have the class every week. All right?
Okay.
So try to use another one instead of using every week, because if you use every week it becomes a routine. So by then we use the present simple. But in here we're using the present continuous.
Oh yes.
Uh-huh. So instead of
Mm,
saying every week, change it to
mm, I oh okay. We are having the class till we finish the courses.
all right, very good. Now that's the right answer. And what about George? When we are talking about feature arrangements.
Which arrange uh we are enjoying our vacation next Monday.
All right, we are enjoying our vacation.
Next Monday.
All right. So in that case, I think okay. Yes, that is correct. All right. Very good, George. Now I guess you were able to, since you're able to give me sentences and also give me the function of how to use present simple and present continuous, George. I think it's best for us now to move on to the next activity. Okay. This
Okay.
time, let's continue with the last activity that we've had, and that is in letter B. Okay, yesterday you've completed a job advertisement with the present, with the use of a present simple or a present continuous verb found inside the box. Now this time, George, we are going to check your answers. Let's start by reading your answers, George.
We are one of the largest mobile phone retailers in Europe. We offer independent and impartial advice on mobile phones. We have more. I have. We have more than 8,800 stores in 10 countries, and we are growing fast. We employ over 3,000 workers. Currently, we look the next stage in our development, and we prepare for major growth outside Europe. We consider for people who are reliable, confident, and enthusiastic. We need experienced people who want to work for an expanding company. We offer competitive salary and provide health insurance. We are willing to reward staff with attractive performance-based business. Ring 020794600008 for an information pack.
All right, very good. Now, George, let's try to check all of your answers here. Okay, let's start with this one. We have more than 800. I'm sorry, this one should be than rather than that. Okay, have George, that is the right answer. Okay, next one. Are growing fast. That is also the right answer here. next one, we employ over 3,000 workers. Employ George, that is the right one. Currently, we look the next stage. Are you sure with the word look, George?
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Are you sure that that is the right that is the right tense of the verb? Should we use present simple there or the present continuous? Try to have like number 4. You said that we are growing fast. What about for number 6? Do you think that it should follow the same pattern?
um, we are looking.
All right, very good. Now we are looking should be the answer for that. All right, can you type your answer, George? Okay, there you go. So currently, we're looking at the next stage in our development and we prepare. How about for this one? Because when we
Mm,
say we prepare for major growth outside Europe, right? So they are trying to talk about the future arrangements, future plans. Are you sure it should be prepare only?
uh, yes, I have to use the present continuous, and also I think if 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 I exchange the number 6 and 7,
Mm-hmm. You're thinking that you want to exchange them?
yes,
Mm-hmm. All right. So you could also do that. Okay. You could also say we are. I think it's much better if we do that way. Okay. I'll let you change it. So currently we are preparing for the next stage in our development. Okay. We consider for people who are reliable. Okay, for this part here, George, are you sure this is only consider?
um, we are considering.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, George, all right, let's stop at that, okay? So in here, you said we are considering for people who are reliable. Try to look at this sentence, George. We are considering it's actually already correct. Okay? It's in its correct tense. However, George, the word that you used for this one, it's not is not. In here, you said we are considering, suddenly your grammar has for. We are considering for people. Are you sure it should be are considering or are looking? Which one do you think is better? We are looking for people who are reliable or we are considering for people who are reliable?
Yes, yes, I should exchange then.
There you go. All right, so I'll give you another chance to change your answers. Okay, there you go. So we are looking for reliable, confident, and enthusiastic. Please continue reading, George. This one here, I'm sorry. We need experienced people. Need here is the right answer. That is correct. Good job. Who want to work for expanding company? We offer competitive salary and private health insurance. So offer, George, that is also right. And last one now. I think that's it. All right, everything else is done correctly. So I guess, George, you need more practice in using the present continuous and the present simple. All right, don't get confused on how to use these verb tenses. Okay. Now, George, before we continue, do you have any other question?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
in number 8, why can I use look?
Which one?
Number 8.
Number 8. Why can't we
How can we use present simple here?
just look? Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Because in here, George, when we say we look for people who are reliable, it's in a sense, in a much simple sense, George. It doesn't sound correct if you only say we look, because again, when we say it is true that they are looking for people, that is a fact, right, that they are currently looking. However, it is an ongoing situation. It is an ongoing situation, George, that they are looking for people. So that's why we need to use the present continuous here, because right now they are looking for people who are reliable, who are confident, and who are enthusiastic. All right. This is based on the current situation or the ongoing situation.
Okay.
All right. That's why we are looking. Okay. Any other question?
No questions.
No questions. All right. Now this time, let's move on to the excuse me. Let's move on to the next activity here. Okay. So here, George, are the different suggestions on how to make an effective presentation. So just like what you did last time, George, you made a presentation for your job interview, right? Now this time we are going to check which among these suggestions do you agree with or don't you agree with. All right, let's try to talk about each of these statements. Let's have number one first. To make an effective presentation, George, it says here that you should find out as much as possible about your audience. Do you agree with that or no?
Mm, does the sentence means know more about the background of the audience?
Yes. Just like your interviewer or the people who you will be talking to.
Yes, I agree with the structure because
Mm-hmm.
the uh, uh, the presentation
Mm-hmm.
should because
Mm-hmm.
we should know the audience which content they want to listen,
Mm-hmm.
and so the presentation should be changeable to uh, different background people.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, good. Okay, so I think I also have to agree with this part here that find out as much as possible about your audience so that you will know who are the person that you are talking to. All right. What about number two, George? Introduce yourself like your name, position, and company.
Yes, I agree with the structure because the audience will like to know who who is the uh,
Person.
yeah, who is the person and what the background the person is. I think sometimes if they feel something is spiritual
Mm-hmm.
on you, and the point will appear to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it will help you when you have a presentation. Maybe you will more
All right.
concentrate on the presentation.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else you want to add?
Mm, no.
Uh-huh, nothing else. Okay. But I
Yeah.
guess that is the right Did you also do the same thing when you started your presentation?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You also introduce your name, your position, and the company. All right, great. What about number three, George? Start with a joke.
Mm, mm, I disagree with the suggestion because some people, I think some audience don't like the way to start the presentation.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that you do not agree with this.
Yes.
Uh-huh. But some people say, George, that they say to make to catch the person's attention, or to catch the people that you're talking to catch their attention, and to also make them feel comfortable with you, they say that it's better if you start with a joke. Do you agree with that?
Yes. I heard about the way to have a presentation,
Uh-huh.
but I think the important point is also focus on the the, the other content, not just the joke.
Mm-hmm. Have you
So
mm-hmm. Okay.
I maybe the joke will help you appear the audience, but it it also it still depends on the presentation is good or not.
Uh-huh. So you're saying, George, that first you need to gauge. You need to find out first if the person you're talking to is in its mood or not, right?
Right, right.
All right. Have you ever tried, George, wherein you started the presentation with a joke?
Mm, mm, I will try, but sometimes it not works well because some audience still focus on your contents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So that's it.
yes,
All right. Okay. Good. So anyway, George, thank you. What about number four here? Outline the structure of your talk.
yes. I agree with the structure because I think uh, outline the sketch structure before you have a presentation will help the audience know the what thing you want to say and don't confuse and will not confuse the audience.
Mm-hmm. So that they will not confuse the audience. Did you also do that, George, with your presentation? Did you tell them what will your presentation be all about and stuff like that?
Yes, and and I think it make that audience easy to absorb the information from my presentation because I think audience will not focus on the presentation thoroughly. They will sometimes they will feel tired and will lose some something from the presentation. So, but so if you are like a structure, the audience can easily catch the points and don't confuse even they didn't listen about the other contents.
All right, that's why. Okay. Well, thank you, George, for sharing something about your experience explaining first the structure of the talk. All right, what about number 5 here? Vary the tone of your voice.
Uh, yeah, I think structure is also important because if we didn't we don't vary the tone of our voice, sometimes the presentation will be dull and audience is easy lose their concentration. And then maybe they will feel sleepy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we always have the experience.
You've had that experience?
Yeah, but I know audience.
All right.
Oh, we I listen I listen to many presentation from the lectures. So I usually feel asleep when the speaker is too the way he present is too dull.
So, have you ever had George? Not let's say not really like a presentation, but have you ever tried George while you were talking in front of a bunch of people, and then you slowly see people sleeping in the middle of your presentation?
Mm, mm. Yes, when I was a graduate student, I have to have my presentation for the on the group meeting in my lab. And some classmates will feel sleepy, but not but I think it is not just in the course is not my topic. It was the content they are not maybe they don't like, and sometimes it's not easy to understand because because I just me, but also my class have the presentation just for talk to our professor. So sometimes in the group only professor understand what we are talking about. So the other reason easily feel tired and
Bored.
lose concentration, and then sometimes will eat their ate their food or sleep or also their cell, use
They
their cell phone.
yeah, they suddenly feel sleepy and they do other things not except to listen to you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Well, anyway, George, I hope nothing like that happens to you ever again. All right. Well, anyway, let's move on to the next one here. Refer to your notes as often as possible. Like you keep on you're talking to the audience and then you keep on looking at your notes.
Mm, I'm not sure the sentence. If the sentence is talk about the reference or well, I think another ways to. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand the sentence. What's the note? The note is the reference or not?
Um, the notes, the sample notes here is like your copy, the copy of your presentation, right? Remember when you try to talk to your audience, as much as possible, you need to look at them and keep an eye contact with them. However, when you keep on referring to your notes, like you keep on looking at your copy while talking to them, do you think it's an effective plan to do or effective strategy to do? Referring to your notes as often as possible or looking at your copy?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
is the sentence mean I looks my notes frequently?
Yes, looking at your note frequently.
Mm, I I don't disagree with the suggestion because mm, because sometimes see the read the notes too frequently or sometimes
Mm-hmm.
the audience will feel uncomfortable
They will feel
and
uncomfortable.
and think and, and think you are not prepared well.
Yeah, that's right. So you have to show them that you know what you are presenting and that you know what you are saying. Right? I think I have to agree with you on that one. You have to let them see that you have prepared and you are ready with your presentation. All right. Well, while you were doing your presentation, George, did you bring any notes with you or did you bring any copy with you?
You mean a job presentation?
Yeah, during your job presentation.
Uh, yes, I had my notes, but I didn't read them
Mm-hmm.
because I afraid of the the interviewer will feel I don't prepare well.
Mm-hmm. So you wanted to show them that you prepared well for the presentation by not reading. You did not read the
Yes,
copy.
not just
Mm-hmm.
reading and real and just talk to them directly and not talk another read the notes to help me to answer the questions.
All right. Okay. But were you able to remember all the things that you've studied with even though you did not look at your notes?
Yes, I I lost the something. I I for I forgot
Mm-hmm.
some contents of about my
Presentation.
thesis.
Uh-huh. It's okay. That's all right. You don't really have to delve with that further. Okay. So for this one, this is an X tier. What about for number seven, George? Use clear visual aids.
Mm, I agree with the suggestion, but I think it's not. Sometimes it's not easy to prepare the ads,
Mm-hmm.
and
So
sometimes the content is abstract, so it's not easy use the ads to to perform for the audience.
mm-hmm. And
Um, but if I audience if the presenter if the lecturer have the clear visual as it will really help me understand the scenes or the content they want to talk about.
mm-hmm. All right. But in your opinion, George, do you think visual aids is better in presenting your presentation? Because some people, they say that putting visual aids in your presentation will make it like informal. Do you agree with that? Because visual is like you put a lot of pictures and stuff like that, and people might think that it is a very informal presentation. Do you agree with that one?
You mean it's about have too much pictures
Mm-hmm.
will let the audience feel informal.
Yeah. Do you agree with
Mm,
that?
I don't agree with because I think the really perfect lecture
Mm-hmm.
if they can talk about the thing just uh, with the picture.
Mm-hmm.
I think the the lecturer is really understand the thing
Mm-hmm.
he want to talk about and not just see the words or sentence on the slides.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they have to they have no, know all about the content
Mm-hmm.
and they prepare well because they will not forget or miss something they want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
They can talk directly by this picture. I
Mm-hmm.
think it is really um, it is really good.
Mm-hmm. It's very good. All right.
Uh,
Okay. Well, what about the last one here, George? Summarize your main points. Do you agree with this?
yes, I agree with it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Why do you say so?
Um, sometimes sometimes when I have a presentation, maybe I will talk too much, too many things, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes audience don't know which point you want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So you summarize the main point will
Mm-hmm.
is the way to talk audience directly. The 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 more the best thing you want to talk about to them. The
Mm-hmm.
most important thing you want to.
All right.
talk.
Okay. That's it?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So again, George, you are in this in these suggestions here. You're saying that as much as possible, find out about your audience, introduce yourself, outline the structure, vary the tone of your voice, use clear visuals, and summarize your points. Are an effective way for your presentation to be understood. All right. Okay, so
Alright.
George, thank you for sharing your opinions and your ideas regarding these statements, and also for answering the activities that we have. So we are going to stop here and let's just continue the rest of the activity.